Hey guys, you're watching One and Only. My name is AJ, and we are back on an episode of Let's Build a Theme Park. I was just having a look on our map, and boy, I don't know if it's been a while since I've looked on the map, but it's really big. You don't realize how big you've built something until you see it compared to the size of like the visible world. Now I know we can go an awful lot further in all directions if we wanted to, but as far as this one map goes, you know, in the good old days of Xbox 360, this was as much as we had for a very long time, and we've nearly filled up the world. If you think about it, that's like 3 biomes. This theme park is bigger than 3, almost 4 biomes, maybe even more depending on the size of them, and that's just crazy. I've had some thoughts. Obviously, that quarter, or that third, if you like, that top part of the map, we're going to make into the dino area, yeah? The dinosaur area. The top right-hand corner, which we've currently got nothing in, I don't think I want to build anything in it. I don't want this series to go on for thousands of episodes. Obviously, the front will eventually be a car park when I get round to doing the car park and getting you guys involved with that. On the right-hand side of the map, past the very greenish area, and by that, the first water ride that we done, the log flume ride, there's no access, there's no paths leading there. We could come out by the dolphin show, potentially, or maybe by the Ender Dragon ride, you know, in the pig fishing. We could have a road coming out that way if we wanted to fill that up. Potentially, there's a possibility there. And then we've got this part here left to build in as well, and apart from that, we'll be filling up a lot of the other area like around here with trees and paths and making it look nice, making it look really appealing. We've got this dino zone, but I want to build something that's been asked for quite a lot. I want to build what would you call it? It's not an aquarium. An aquarium is what you have in like your house with fish in it and stuff like that. What are they called? You know, you go through it, you walk through it, and it's like a big dome or like a big tube, and you've got like fish around the outside. No, the word popped into my head and then went away again. Yeah, if I remember it, I'll try remember to say, but I don't know. So basically, what I want to do is we're gonna make a horseshoe shape, okay? I'm just going to do the entrances today. How many blocks up is that? That's 5 blocks. I like that. Let's have a 5-block gap in the middle. Like this. And then I want something like that as like an entranceway. So that's 6 blocks up. Yeah, and then here I think we're going to go up with a darker clay just to make it stand out a little bit. What's the word? It's not, if I say aquarium, I'm sure you guys know what I mean. Oh man, it just popped into my head again. That's so frustrating. That's amazingly frustrating. Like, the word keeps popping into my head and then it keeps disappearing. 4, 5. Oh no, it's got to be like that, I think. Oh no. Oh man, I just want to get it the same size. What a terrible start to the episode. Also, before we get too far into the episode, I know I've mentioned this like 3 days in a row now. I've mentioned it once on Paradise Island. I've mentioned it once on Zonocraft earlier today. And I'm going to mention it on this series as well. If you haven't seen a video that I put up very recently, then I suggest you do. The first of this month, I put up a very special video that you guys are going to be very interested in. I hope I'm very interested in. So if you haven't seen it already, go onto the channel, go back a couple of days. You'll know exactly what I'm talking about when you see the thumbnail, okay? That's all I'm going to say. But anyway, entrance there. It's going to come in. We're going to come around. And we're going to go out. I know the comments are already filled with what the word is for this place. I know it is. But anyway, today we're going to build a shark. That's what I wanted to get to. That's why I've got this sort of grey and blacks and whites and stuff. I've never built, like dinosaurs, exactly like dinosaurs, I have never built a shark in Minecraft. In fact, I don't think many people have. And again, like the dinosaurs, I have no idea how it's going to turn out. I have no idea if it's going to look really cool or if it's going to look really derpy. I've got some pictures of sharks up. Not Minecraft sharks, unfortunately, but just of ordinary sharks. And do I like the black or do I prefer the grey for the shark? I think I prefer the grey. I think the black looks more like a killer whale. I think the grey looks more like shark. I think. But basically, I want to try and do like a great white shark. You know, with the white belly. You know, the standard looking, your standard scary shark. But doing it in this sort of scale can be quite tricky, as we've all figured out before. You know, the bigger you build something in Minecraft, the easier it is to build. Because you've got more room. I like done a weird hiccup thing then. Because you've got more room in order to build it. When you're building things to a smaller scale, it gets harder and harder to do. Like, for example, you can't do a shark that's only 1 block by 2 blocks. In fact, that would probably be your shark. The bigger you do it, the more room you've got. So if that's the head, and obviously we're doing like a pixel art version first, and then we'll like 3D it up a little bit. But the belly of it would have to come somewhere down here, and then it'll have to start coming up again. Now, I don't know much about sharks in general either, which, oh, I like that length though. Oh, I think we've got a pretty good start here. And then the top of it, I think I'm going to start bringing it down here. Just like that for the moment. What sort of shape is that? I think that's sort of shark shape. Maybe when we get some fins on it, it might be. If a fin is there, and a fin on the back, a fin on the top, it might be a little bit too short still. I think I want to extend it a little bit further. I'm going to extend it by 3 blocks. Like this. And extend it by 3 blocks on the top. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I don't know, something like that, just for the minute. We'll always tidy it up afterwards. Is that a better length? I think that's a better length for what we're trying to do. Yeah, okay, so that's the sort of length of it. And then we need, like, the width of it. We need the bowl, the circle of him. So if we start pretty much in the middle of the shark here, which I think is this. This is going to be the fattest part, obviously. We're going to have some sort of circle here. I just bit my lip. Like the inside of my cheek. That really hurt. I'm going to cry. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Okay, so it's going to come down here like this. And I think I'm going to come down 2 blocks with the grey wool, because we want more grey than white. We want a white belly. Yeah, I like that. I can start to see a little bit of potential. And now what we're going to do is we're going to come out from this middle point. And we're going to try and get... This is how I build boats as well. You try and get like a skeleton of it in. And then from that skeleton, you then flesh it out. We've done a very similar thing with the dinosaurs as well. The dinosaurs, I think we seem to do a little bit more fleshy straight from the beginning. I think the T-Rex we skeletonized it a little bit more. I like that. I like that. The head of a shark is always going to be difficult, in my opinion. I think it's something that isn't done enough in Minecraft. That I don't think enough people know really how to build them, including myself. So I think it's a little bit of a guesswork. But let's try and match this up to how we had it on the other side. Like that. That's pretty matched up so far. That one. That one. That one. Yep. And then along like that. Okay, so let's have a look at this. I think it's pretty close. I think to give us a really good idea, we're going to have to build the bottom of the shark as well. The white part here. So let's come underneath there. And there. The more I look at it, at certain angles, it looks more like a shark. At some angles, it doesn't quite look quite as sharky. But some angles, it really, really does. So we're definitely onto something. I'm not going to say my catchphrase quite yet. That it's starting to come on about now. It's really starting to get there. You guys are tired of that, I'm sure. No, I'm not tired of it. I like my catchphrases. Okay, and then either that there or there. There. Yeah, let's match that up on the other side. It's looking very square at the moment. I have already seen, we are looking very, very, yeah, square-like. So we're going to have to add a white one there. Maybe even 2, like that. You know, that's not bad. That's not bad. And then maybe take those 2 away. Let's match that on this side. So I done that. Oops. That. That. Yeah. Yeah. Take that one away. Take that one away. Just trying to get this head really, really right. I think that's pretty good. I think that's pretty good. And as far as the eyes go, that's like the perfect spot for the eye. So if we put one eye in there and one eye in there, and I've got the buttons for that. If we use a grey piece of carpet, I'm using clay because I think it's got a nice texture, but I think the grey wool might be just close enough to have like a little bit of an eyelid, maybe. Maybe not. Maybe not. What if we put those on top? Oh man, these hiccups. Somehow I can see it. I can see how it's going to turn out, and at the minute, I think I'm okay with it. Okay, so let's do this back now. The back of the body, we're going to come out to there, and there. Come down on this one. I think we're going to do something like that. Doing something this sort of size as well, it's a lot easier than a dinosaur because it's a lot smaller. It's a lot smaller. You can sort of take your time a little bit more. I think I'm actually going to go, oops, one further, one wider than that one. Yeah, I think that's about right. And then bring that out here. Look at this. First time building a shark. I think we're doing okay. I think that it could look worse. Don't you agree? We could have a very worse looking shark than what we've got so far. And then like this. If we can get the body in, the rest of it should follow on quite fast. Should do at least. Yeah. Okay. And then something like this. I think I'm going to do like that. Do the same on this side. Look how quickly it fills itself in. I'm always surprised at how few blocks you need to add to something to make it really big, but for it to fill in as fast as it does. Okay, like this, because we're basically already done with the shape. Surprisingly. Up there. Like that. Just stand back, have a look. Yeah. No, we're on the right track. We're on the right track. I think this top might come down a little bit too steep at the minute. But we'll keep on going for the minute. Like this. Don't even have to go around the other side. And then like that. Like that. Okay, how's that look? How's that look? Yeah, I think we need to add a couple more blocks maybe over here. Maybe just that one. I think that's pretty good. It looks it looks like it's had all its fins cut off at the minute. Okay, back fins then. I don't know what they're called. The tail fins. It must be something along those lines. There's 2 of them. They sort of come out at this sort of shape. They're both grey. In fact, they're not white, surprisingly. I would have thought one of them, the bottom one, would have been white. But it doesn't look like it. And then this is going to come down a little bit lower than the body. So I think that's about right for the minute. Again, this is like a little bit thinner at the minute. We're going to fatten the tail up, I think, slightly. It's not bad. It's not bad. And then if we do something like that, and the same on this side. What do you think? What do you think? It's not bad. I think it needs a little bit of detail. Maybe some white on top, like this. Maybe not. Maybe if we add another layer of grey to it, though. I think that's quite nice. And then we might have to add another grey one down here then as well. What do you think? What do you think? Maybe if we trim that off. And that one. And trim that one off. How do we look now? No, we needed that top one. The bottom one's fine missing. But I think that's pretty good for a tail fin. And then we've got the side fins, okay? Leaving the most important one to last. But these side fins, they're more towards the front of the shark. About here. And then it's like an aeroplane wing, basically. That's what it seems to look like for me. Oh, that's a pretty good shape. Oh, I really like that. We need to do exactly that on the other side. So that's like 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops. I think that's in line, isn't it? No. We've done something. Something's wrong. Like that. Yeah, 4 blocks. And then another 2 sets of 4. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 3, then 2. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Okay, so that's matched those both up on each side. And I think what I want to do is I want to add a little bit like above it and below it. So 3 blocks above and 3 blocks below. And then do something like that. Maybe a little bit on the bottom. Like that. Okay, yeah. I can match that up. No problem. The bottom one's easy. It's 3, then 2, then 1. And the top. Yeah. I can do that. Do. Okay. So we've got like the 3D fins in now. That's looking... It looks like a shark. I think we're doing okay. And then the top one, which should really finish off the shark look of it. I think we're going to have to do 1 block back from that. I'm just trying to look on the picture. It's about to there. And then something like this. Like that, maybe? It's so close. It's so close. Is that the one? Right, under there. To me, right, that if you built that and you said, what is it? I would say it was a shark. I would instantly say, yeah, that's a shark. And as long as it does that, I think we've built a successful shark. I'm still not a fan of this tail. I think I want to take away this white. I'm not a huge fan of the white. It's the tail part is the hardest part for sure. Maybe if we do that and that. I think that's definitely an improvement. Maybe you guys are seeing exactly what bit I sort of need to add to make it look like totally like a shark. But that looks pretty good. Imagine, right? What the plan for this aquarium, whatever it's called, is there'll be like a glass dome. If you imagine if we got some glass here. And the glass will come up in the same shape as the light blue that we've got here. And it'll go all the way around, all the way down, up here. All the way down in like a horseshoe shape. So probably up to about here or something like that. You know, it'll come out to here and then do a circle and go back out to there. So you can sort of walk through it and you'll come back out where you were. And then while you're going through it, through the glass, you'll be able to see the shark through it like that. That looks huge while you're going through it. Now on the other side, we'll probably make this side of the wall blue to make it look like we're underwater. There is a couple of options. We could flood, once we're done, we could flood the entire inside with water. However, I think we'll end up being too dark. I don't know if you guys have ever gone under, like made an underwater base out of glass. You know, I've done it many times. You make an underwater base out of glass. You can see the sky really easily, but you can't see through the water that well. And the last thing that I want to do is place water everywhere, and then you can't see what we've built. So we've got a few options. We either leave it full of air and just build the build the background a bluey and a wavy sort of look and a more ocean look, which I think we're going to do, or we surround it with water. I think surrounding it with water will be the bad idea. I'm sure we can make it look like they're in water. Obviously, we'll take the grass out. We'll make it more of a rocky, corally-like floor. And I think it could be one of the star pieces to this theme park. One of the really, really cool bits. Yeah. Alright, I'm really, really pleased with how that turned out. Gills. There are gills on a shark. Dog barking. There is gills on a shark, but I don't know if we can get them into to really look good unless we done something like... I don't like it. Like something, it would have to be something like that. You know, it's not bad. It's not bad, but it's not... Oops. It's not good enough for me to keep it at the moment. Maybe you guys have an idea on how we can add the gills. There's not really a thin enough block to be able to do it with. I don't know. Maybe you can come up with an idea. Anyway, guys, we are going to leave it there for this episode. I suspect the mouth would have to be... In fact, could we do the mouth open quickly, do you think? Like if we took that away. We do that. Add that at the top. You know, it's close. It's close. But no. No, I'm not going to. I'll leave it like that. Is that how I had it? No. Was it like that? I think it was something like that. It looked a little bit funny then. Alright guys, we are going to leave it there for this episode. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Be sure to go back onto the channel. Look back a couple of days. If you haven't seen this very, very important video that I put out recently, you will be missing out if you don't. Alright guys. Bye!